The second Pokemon from other regions that I had on my team is my Crocodile Badass. Of course, I taught Badass Earthquake and Crunch. Those are like two of my favorite moves from his typings. I also taught him Stone Edge, just in case he ran into an Ice or Bug type. And I also taught him Aerial Ace to give him an infinite accuracy move and give him something against grass fighting bug types as well. He also got a Moxie ability, which boosted his attack every time he took out an enemy and turned him into quite a destructive force at times. And my third secret Pokemon from other regions is my Gengar Shadow Bro. Not to be confused with the shiny that I got early back last fall, but just one I caught in-game and used in-game, and it's got a hardy nature, which means its stats are not really affected at all. I taught him Shadow Ball and Sludge Bomb, because those are pretty much two mandatory moves that you got to teach Gengar that are stab. I also taught it Focus Blast for something against dark types. I could have taught it Dazzling Gleam to give it better coverage, but I felt that there's more dark types that are weak to fighting than fairies, so... And I also taught it Energy Ball to give it something against ground types. Especially since when it Mega Evolves, it loses the Levitate ability and becomes weak to ground types again. But it gets Shadow Tag, which means your opponent can't escape. So upon entering the Elite Four, I was surprised to learn that you can actually face them in any order you desire. It's not a necessarily linear path like previous Elite Fours. I think it might be similar to Black and White though. I think you could select your order in Black and White too. I'm not 100% sure, but... So I started with Wickstrom. Then I moved on to Drosna, then Seabolt, and finished off with Melva. I'm also pretty sure that if you face them in different orders, they'll say different things before, during, and after you face off of them. And then when I faced off against Diantha, I was able to beat her the first try, even though I got off to a pretty rough start, with Chestnut leading and getting knocked out. But it was a hell of a lot easier than Cynthia, I will tell you that. But yeah, I beat Diantha, and then I entered in the Hall of Fame, go to this big parade, everyone's celebrating me and Shauna and Serena and Tierno and Trevor for taking down the Team Flare, even though I did most of the work, to be honest. And then AZ comes up, he's like, battle with me. And all of a sudden I'm dragged into this post-game fight that I was completely unaware of. I wouldn't say it's a boss fight because he was pretty easy to take out with Pulsea. But still, it was a pretty shocking surprise to me that this AZ would end up wanting to battle me at the end of the game. And even though I defeated him, he felt much better because he saw the love that I had for my Pokemon. He was able to find love for his Pokemon, and I don't know, he had some sort of relation or something. And all of a sudden his Floette, the Floette that he had been idolizing throughout the entire game and wanting to return, came back to him. He fell to his knees and cradled it in his hands. That was pretty touchy, to be honest. Yeah, I was like, oh my god. It made me feel so soft inside because, you know, like I wasn't necessarily crying, but I was like, I felt so happy for him because he got to reunite with the Pokemon that he missed so much. And I'm gonna try to make sense of the story here. I'm guessing that, like, this all started with AZ, somehow his Floette died, and he wanted to bring it back to life. So he spent a lot of time sacrificing certain Pokemon, I guess, to fuel this machine that he would use to resurrect his Floette. He used it to give himself immortality at the same time, but then the Floette realized that he sacrificed so many Pokemon, saw he was evil inside, and left him, and he felt miserable throughout the entire years because he realized the bad things that he had done. And I'm guessing somehow, like, Lysander figured this out and found how he was able to use this and turn it into the ultimate weapon or something like that. Someone turned it into the ultimate weapon, I don't know, with the energy of the legendary Pokemon, whether it was Xerneas or Yveltal, one of the two, someone was able to harness their power and use that to create it as the ultimate weapon, and I don't know, cause some sort of cataclysm or something, I don't know. But then, years later, Team Flare learns this, and Lysander learns this, and so Lysander captures the legendary Pokemon itself and uses that to possibly harness the ultimate weapon, not use it for immortality, but to wipe off the surface of the Earth, leaving only Team Flare, which is in the bunkers of the Earth, safe. I'm guessing that's what's going on. I don't know 100% sure no, but that's how I feel. So after the end of the game, the credits roll with this kind of lyrical thing, kind of like in Super Smash Bros. I'm back at home, I talk to my mom, she's proud of me. I go outside, I see Shauna, and she wants me to trade any Pokemon I want for her new Froakie, known as Frobubble? I think it's Frobubble? Frobubble? Something like that. I traded her my Azurill Bouncy Mouse, who I got at the beginning of the game, because I didn't really care for it. And maybe I will try and train Frobubble, or basically the Froakie she gave me, and maybe I'll get to see what you Greninja fans are talking about. I actually just visited Diantha at Cafe Soleil and traded her my Houndoom for her Ralts, which holds the Gardevoir. So that's going to be my Mega Gardevoir, I guess. And I have got the TMV pass from Professor Sycamore, so I can go to Kalude City whenever I want at this moment. So all there is left to do really is just explore the endgame content, the post-game content that's within Pokemon X. That means getting all the Megstones, checking out the Battle Mason a few times, engaging in some cool events, some cool post-game events, catching more legendaries and other stuff, maybe even training some of the Pokemon that I had brought to the Elite Four up to level 100 or so. Because I haven't really trained a Pokemon up to level 100, to be honest. I've kind of stopped playing Pokemon Platinum because it just kind of got a bit dull. Because the Battle Frontier was getting a bit boring, in all honesty. I'm not going to play all of the in-game content and just continue to get hooked on this game. I feel like every once in a while I can come back to Pokemon X and check out a new post-game event whenever I feel like. I might dabble a bit in Kalude City, Bowserine to get the Absolite, check out the Battle Mason, get all the Megstones, and do a few things before moving on to Omega Ruby. But I definitely want to get to Omega Ruby as soon as I can. I have started a little bit of Omega Ruby, in all honesty. I have picked out my starter, Blaziken, who I've nicknamed after my nickname, Junior Chicken, and I have gotten the shiny Beldum through the special distribution that was given out on the release of the game. But other than that, I've pretty much just gotten started. So I can't wait to see what this game has, because I'm hearing a lot of great things about it, especially about the endgame content in the Delta episode, which has not been spoiled for me. A lot of stuff in Pokemon X has not been spoiled for me at all. Although I won't be doing PokeVlog Omegas, I will be showing you my battles with Team Magma. I'll be showing you my battle with the Elite Four, catching certain legendary Pokemon, definitely Primal Groudon because he's freaking awesome. And just, I can't wait to dive into this game. I really like the Pokemon series as a whole. I really like the uniqueness from different RPGs. The type system, how different species of Pokemon can be caught multiple times. It's just a great fun series and I really like it. So yeah, that's all I gotta say for this PokeVlog. I hope you've enjoyed PokeVlogs even though I haven't fully enjoyed them. I mean, I do hope you appreciate me giving my experiences with Pokemon to you, I guess, but stick around because I got more Pokemon videos and Smash Bros videos. I did promise a Pokemon countdown a while back, but I put that on hold for a bit, mainly because most of the footage I get is from downloads off of YouTube, and I don't really want to rely on that too much anymore, especially when like I can just tape it off of my 3DS. I don't have a capturing feature, but I can use the camera that I've been using on my iPod, which I've been using for the battle videos that I've uploaded. I'm going to have to get into Omega Ruby in order to give you the next Pokemon countdown. But I'll let you know when I start working on it again. So, thanks for watching, And I'll see you later with some more Smash Bros, Pokemon, and other fun videos that I can think of out of my head. See ya!
Let's get it now.
Yeah. What the hell, Charizard?
We're alive right now.
Stealer.
Let's get high right now.
Not a fan of sleeping on the floor. It gets my neck all crickety.